Picture this. You're in the final interview. The CEO leans forward. The job pays $120,000, double what you've ever made. Your rent is 3 weeks overdue. And then he asks you a question so illegal, so degrading, that you have exactly 5 seconds to decide. Do you swallow your dignity and answer, or do you blow up your entire life and walk out? Most people answer. I'm going to tell you about someone who didn't. This is the true story of an interview that went so wrong it went right, and why sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do is stay in the room. Meet Emma Chen, 27 years old, marketing strategist, Austin, Texas. Laid off 4 months ago during the tech bloodbath of 2023. 4 months of rejection emails, $600 left in her bank account, student loans piling up, applying to 10 jobs a day and hearing nothing but, "We went with another candidate." You know that feeling? When you start wondering if you're unemployable, if you imagined being good at your job? Emma was there. Then she got the LinkedIn message. Apex Digital Solutions, fast-growing agency. They wanted her for senior marketing strategist. Salary $110K to $130K. Emma responded in 4 minutes. Quick pacing. First interview, phone screen with the recruiter, Sarah. Amazing. You're exactly what we need. Second interview, video call with the creative director, Priya. Even better. They clicked instantly, laughed together. Priya ended with, "I'm recommending you for final round. I really think you're the one." Emma hung up and cried from relief. Final interview was the next Monday, in person. Meet the VP, then the CEO, David Brennan. Emma spent the weekend preparing. New blazer she couldn't afford, 15-slide presentation, practiced in the mirror until her roommate told her to stop. This was it. This was her way out. Monday morning, she walked into that glass office building like she already worked there. 20 minutes early, coffee from the receptionist, deep breaths. "You've got this," she whispered. She had no idea. First meeting with Priya? Perfect. They vibed on campaign strategies, talked company culture, exchanged Instagrams. Emma was flying. VP of Marketing, Jason? Also great. Smart questions, good energy, took notes. "Really impressive," he said. Then, "David's ready for you." David Brennan, the CEO. Corner office, mahogany desk, Rolex, slicked back hair. He didn't stand when she walked in, didn't shake her hand. "Sit," he said. Not "please," just "sit." Emma sat. Something felt off, but CEOs are busy, right? She pushed it down. "Priya and Jason like you," David said, leaning back, hands behind his head. "Tell me why I should too." Emma delivered her pitch. 5 years experience, 200% engagement increases, client retention stats. She was sharp, prepared, confident. David scrolled his phone the entire time. When she finished, silence. Then he looked up. "How old are you?" 27. "Married?" Pause. Warning bells. Quiet ones. Emma knew that question was weird, but people ask it, right? Small talk? "No, I'm not." "Boyfriend?" "I'm very focused on my career right now." Good, because the last person in this role got pregnant and basically abandoned ship, threw everything into chaos. So I need to know, are you planning on having kids anytime soon? I can't go through that again. Emma's internal monologue, voiceover. Every alarm in Emma's head started screaming. That's illegal. That's discrimination. You know this, but you need this job. Your credit card is maxed out. Your mom already lent you money. Maybe just answer it. Get through this. Get through this. Back to scene. "I'm completely committed to this role if hired." "That's not what I asked." His voice turned cold. Simple question. Are you planning to get pregnant? Yes or no? The room shrank. Emma's face burned. She opened her mouth. "Because here's the thing," David smiled, actually smiled. "You're attractive. You present well. That matters with clients. But women your age, you say you want careers, then biology kicks in, priorities shift. I need someone reliable. You understand?" And something in Emma just clicked. She saw it clearly. This man didn't see a qualified professional. He saw a liability with a uterus. If she took this job, she'd work for him every single day, watch him smile that smile, answer to someone who thought these questions were acceptable. Emma looked down at her portfolio. All that preparation, all those late nights, for this. She looked back up. "Can you commit or not?" David snapped. "I have another meeting." Emma stood up. "Where are you going?" "Thank you for your time," Emma said, voice steady despite her shaking hands. "But I'm withdrawing for consideration." "Let it breathe." David stared like she'd slapped him. "Excuse me?" "I'm withdrawing. I'm not comfortable with this conversation. I'm withdrawing." His jaw tightened. He stood. "You're walking out on a six-figure job over a basic question?" "It's an illegal question. Actually, several." "Let me give you some advice," he said, voice sharp now. "The real world doesn't work like your college classes. You can't handle straight talk, you won't make it. Good luck with that." Emma walked to the door, opened it. "You're making a huge mistake," he called out. She paused, looked back. "No, I almost did, but I didn't." And she left. Emma made it to her car, got in, closed the door, and completely fell apart. Her whole body shook. She gripped the steering wheel and let out a scream that rattled the windows. Everything hit at once: adrenaline, fear, rage, relief. When the scream ended, silence. And one question: did I just destroy my life? $120,000 gone. $600 in the bank. Rent due in 9 days. What was she thinking? She called her best friend, Marcus. How'd it go? Emma broke down, told him everything through tears. Long pause. Then, "Jess, I'm so proud of you." "What? I walked out. I have no job." "No, you just saved yourself from months of hell under that monster. You did the right thing." "But the right thing doesn't pay rent." Time shift. That night, 2:47 a.m., Emma couldn't sleep. She opened her laptop, wrote down everything David said, every question, every word, timestamps, details. Then she emailed Sarah, the recruiter. "I'm withdrawing my application. During my interview with David Brennan, I was asked multiple questions that violate employment discrimination laws, questions about marriage, relationships, pregnancy, and comments on my physical appearance. I've documented everything. I'm sharing this in case it's a pattern. I hope Apex takes this seriously." She hit send at 3:12 a.m. Didn't expect a response, just needed it on record. 2 weeks of silence. Emma kept applying. 52 jobs, 4 rejections. Started door dashing on weekends. Bank account hit $470. Then, Thursday afternoon, Sarah emailed back. "Thank you for reporting this. I've escalated to HR and the board. We're investigating. I can't share details, but your email made a difference. I'm sorry this happened to you." Your email made a difference. Emma never learned what happened to David. Didn't care. She'd done what she could. She'd spoken up, refused to be complicit. That mattered more than knowing the ending. The twist. 6 weeks later, Emma got an offer. Bright Wave Marketing, fully remote, $118,000. Her boss Angela started their first call with, "We're so glad you're here. Take your time settling in. My door's always open." Emma almost cried, again, but different tears. A year later, she got promoted, leads a team of 5, actually enjoys her job. Imagine that. But here's what keeps her up at night sometimes. If she'd said yes to David, if she'd answered those questions and taken that job, she wouldn't have been available when Angela called. She would have been trapped, miserable, planning her escape, missing the job she was meant for. Walking out didn't ruin her life. It saved it. The lesson is this. Here's what Emma's story teaches us. 1. Trust your gut. If something feels wrong, it is wrong. You're not overreacting. Your instincts are screaming for a reason. Listen. 2. Interviews work both ways. You're evaluating them too. How they treat you in the interview is how they'll treat you as an employee. Believe them. 3. Know your rights. In the U.S., employers cannot ask about marriage, relationship status, pregnancy, or family planning. These aren't just inappropriate, they're violations of federal law. You can report them to the EEOC. 4. Your dignity isn't for sale. No salary is worth your self-respect. 6 figures, 7 figures, dream title, doesn't matter. If you have to compromise who you are to get it, it's not worth it. 5. Walking out is power. The bravest thing you can do is say no, to refuse to settle, to bet on yourself when it's terrifying. Emma could have answered those questions, she would have gotten the job, and she'd have spent every day regretting it. Instead, she walked out, scared, broke, uncertain, but free. And that freedom led her to something better, something that actually valued her. So if you're ever in an interview and someone crosses the line, if they ask something that makes your stomach turn, that makes you feel small, you have permission to stand up. You have permission to say, "We're done here." You have permission to walk out. Because the job you're meant for, the one where you're valued and respected, it's not behind a door that requires you to betray yourself to open. Emma walked out with $600 in her bank account and 0 job prospects. Scariest moment of her life. Also, the moment that saved it. Trust the walkouts. They save your life more often than you think. The question is, would you have the courage to do the same?